Got 3 of yous waiting. Wow. Okay, it's Narelle here again from Bindy's Precuts, Bindy's HQ, Bindy's Live to you, digital. We are here again with a different workshop on multiple precuts. So this one I'm going to put in some 2.5 inch strips and 1.5 inch strips. We're going to use a few different ones to make different quilts. So don't forget, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, like me on Facebook, sign up for the newsletter on the website, which will be great. Thanks for everyone visiting the website. It's been great to see, and thanks a lot for following me through here as well. We've got, don't forget, you can chat with me live. Let's see, I've got these turned on again. Yeah, it's coming up. Sometimes they drop out, I don't know why. I've just got to check it each time. So what are we going to get into? First thing is, if you haven't seen me before, I am just a pre-cutter. I don't carry bolts. So all my pre-cuts I import myself, 100% cotton, cut them all, and just have small quantities of each design, and then as they sell out, they're gone, and I try to get some more back in. I will be getting more in later. I did get just a big load, just recently, so I've got quite a few in them, but they are selling out pretty quick, especially this guy. This one's with the nice treasure hunt one with the dots. I think I've got about 2 kits left in that one. So let's get started. The first one, rectangle 4 patch. It is on one of my patterns, okay? With the rectangle 4 patch, we are going to use some 2.5 inch strips and 1.5 inch strips. So this is a treasure hunt one with some dots in it, and then we've got the black and white with the black. So what we're going to do, let me just throw these down on the floor, as I do. Now I'm working in a confined sort of a space because we're all locked in. I hope you've all got your comfy chairs and you're all got your drinks there. I've got my water there. It says V, but we've got water and a bit of V. Alright, so in this one I'm going to use some, this is the black and white kit, and it is black and whites with 2.5 inch, 40 and 41.5 inch strips. So what we're going to do is we're going to join them together. We're going to pick 2 different colours in the 2.5 inch strips. I'm in the middle. And I'm going to put them there. Okay, we're going to join 2. So now I have 40 strips that I've put 2 together. So we've got 20 sets like this. We're then going to cut them all into segments. So they're all going to be cut with all the different segments. The pattern tells you all the different sizes. Alright, then what we're going to do is we're going to end up having 20 different piles. Oh, we dropped that one. 20 different piles of different sets. Okay, the hair's gone mess. I've got the witchy poo look today. So we're going to have 20 different piles. Okay, we're going to take one from here, one from over there, and I'm going to make it into a 4 patch. Okay, hence why I keep forgetting I don't have to hang it as high when I'm doing these. Okay, so this one is the rectangle 4 patch. We're then going to take the 1.5 inch strips. I'm going to put them down the long sides. Okay, so down the 2 long sides. That's basically it, because we've made the block. Okay, so when you're putting the blocks together, you'll put one way, one the other way, and you just alternate them through. Hi, who's that? Oh, hi, Julie. Is there a secret to getting your squares lined up perfectly? In this one, basically when you're ironing them, okay, so when we iron them, it's all in the ironing and getting the, you'll iron them to one way. So when you pick up 2 different ones, okay, let me see if I can get this a bit closer. Right, we've ironed them this way. When you pick up a different colour, it will be on the other side. And can you see there? They sort of will nest in, and you can do that as you're sewing. They'll nest together for you. I've put the wrong side and the right side together. I've only been doing it for 30 years. Let's do this again. There we go. So we're going to nest it. There we go. Can you see that? So you're going to nest, and they actually just lock in. Okay. The other thing is to get your blocks to meet and everything. Fabric does have a little bit of stretch. So if you're only missing by a little bit, you can stretch it a tiny bit. Your 1/4 inch seams is the biggest thing, because 1/4 inch seams is what we actually work with. So that's my one main rule of patchworking, is the 1/4 inch seam. Does that help, Julie, just to get them all to make your blocks match up? All right. So that's the rectangle 4 patch. Now, the next one I'm going to show you is actually made, I've got rectangle 4 patch. No worries. I've got another little one that I might do as a separate workshop one day, just to show you how I put blocks together. So keep an eye out on that one. Or if I can fit it in with one of these, I will. The other one you can make with it is this one I Keyhole. Now, Keyhole I haven't got on a fancy dancy pattern just yet. Alright, so I'll just hold this one up. So this is Keyhole with your black and white and green. How good's the green look with the black and white? Blues, purples, anything like that. If you don't see a colour you like on my website in a kit, give me a call, give me a message or whatever, and I will see if I've got it. I'll make it up for you. Okay? As I always say, I'm the boss, and I can do what I want with this business, and I'm going to make sure that you guys enjoy your patchworking and quilting. Alright? And the patchworking and the designing is me. I'll match the colours for you. If you want a certain colour, I'll change it over. Alright, so this one with the Keyhole, we're still going to use the same one. Okay, in these, with the 2.5 inch strips with 40 and 41.5 inch strips. But what we're going to do is we're just going to grab 9 of the 1.5 inch strips, and I'm going to put a different 2.5 inch strip down each side. Okay, just with 9 of them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut, keep forgetting, don't have to hang it so high, cut it into segments. Okay, then because we've only used 9 1.5 inch strips, we've only used 18 of the 2.5 inch ones. The other 22 that add up to 40, we're going to cut them all up, and these now with a different colour will become the top and the bottom of our blocks. Okay, so that'll become the top and the bottom. So that's all it is to make the Keyhole one, because the rest of the 1.5 inch strips will then become your sashing. Put him down. Let's see if this, oh, you've got Velcro on this one. Alright, so it becomes the sashing down between and the sashing that will go across. That one I've got just on a paper pattern that comes with the kit. Remember, whenever you buy a kit, you will get a free pattern. Okay, I don't reduce the kits in price because you're buying them as a kit. I give a free pattern. So the patterns are sold as $20 each when they're on these. Eventually all the paper ones will get to these. I just need some little sleep of a night, just a tiny bit. Okay, so that's our rectangle 4 patch. The next one. Now the next one is, sorry, I've had to put these over here. This one I want. Okay, so this one is what we all know and love, and this is our 2.5 inch strip quilt, our jelly roll quilt, that sort of thing. Okay, late? Oh, late, yeah, late. I don't sleep. So be warned, there could be a live video of sewing at 1 or 2 in the morning. We've got the jelly roll race quilt. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you this one, because I sell this on the pattern, but I also have it in kits. Okay, but I do it 4 different ways. So the first one is putting it together normally. So you're going to grab your 2.5 inch strips in your roll. You're going to resist the urge to sort the colours. Don't sort them. Okay, I know if you've got OCSD, the obsessive compulsive sewing disorder that we all have, you don't want to sort them. I did, and when you make this quilt, it puts it all back together. So don't do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up that roll, and we're going to join all the strips together as if it's binding. So we all know how to do that. We put it together, you sew down, cut that off, and you'll get your nice little strip here like binding. All right. So when you get 40 strips, some rolls have 42. That's okay. Add them in. Just makes it a little bit bigger quilt. What you'll do is you'll end up with a strip that's 1,600 inches approximately long. Now, I don't have 1,600 inches here, as you ladies have seen me at the craft shows. There's no room to hold it, and I'm very short. All right. You're going to pick one of the ends. I'm not sure which end, doesn't matter. And you're going to, the big measurement, approximately cut it in half. So you can cut it where, I keep holding it up thinking everyone's in front of me. Cut it here. You can cut it down past that join. Or if you've got really bad OCSD, you can make it exactly half and cut it off. Then what we're going to do is we're going to grab the half we cut, grab the other end where we didn't cut. We're going to put them right sides together. Now you need a good drink beside you. You need the Netflix going, and you need about 3 or 4 bobbins filled up. Okay, because we're going to sew for 800 inches, a 1/4 inch seam, all the way along this strip. So literally I've just folded it in half. We're going to cut that fold. When you cut that fold, you end up with 2 strips when you open it up, and the colours will fall wherever they want. And because you cut that other one approximately in half, right, the seams are not on top of each other. All right, then we're just going to pick up the 2 ends, put them together again, right sides together, 1/4 inch seam, off I go, all the way along. Cut that fold. When you get there, you're going to end up with 4 strips, like this, okay? You're going to fold the 4 to the 4. We're just folding in half, 1/4 inch seam, cut it. We're going to end up with 8. You're going to fold 8 to 8, sew, cut, get 16 rows. When you're up to the 16 rows, you go 16 to 16, top up your drink, make sure your bobbin's filled. We're going to sew it again, cut it, and you'll have 32 rows. And that is where you'll get this quilt. Okay, I've actually put some little squares in this. Busy fabric. It is sold out, but it is a busy fabric. And I put some squares in when I was drawing it up. Another little thing I do once I get to that stage is I will use the width of my ruler. So just the width, usually the 6.5 inch ruler. And what I do is I'll cut. Oh, I folded this one where it's on the inside. We're going to cut a piece out. Yep, there it is. Okay, so we're going to cut a piece out like here. So I'm just going to cut down, cut. I put a plain colour either side. I've switched it upside down, so I call it mirror reverse. So I'm going to switch this panel in here. And then I cross my fingers and hope that the patterns are a little bit different. If not, we move on. It's okay. All right, and I've put a border on this one as well. The other thing you can do is put triangles in. So here's one here with the lovely cats and dogs fabric that I do have in stock right now. Hang it up behind me. And we're going to put some triangles in it. Okay, so with the triangles, what you need is a piece that's 4.5 inches by 2.5 inches. Okay, and this goes towards you in the sewing machine. Okay, so it goes towards you, and you'll sew down and cut it off. Then you get that piece of fabric that's coming off the roll that you haven't sorted, and it will go away from you. Okay, so it now goes away from you in the sewing machine. You're going to sew down to that point, cut it off, and you end up with a triangle. Okay, so that's a really easy way to put some triangles in. If you are, if you have really bad OCSD and you can't get past the fact some triangles are up and some are down, just don't make it. Otherwise, you can do the whole set and then cut the strips the size you want and have them all going up the same way. All right. The other thing is, when you're a patchworker, you get a lot of people ask you, can you make me a quilt? I've got a baby shower. And you go, oh yeah, I don't mind making it, that's okay, when is it? And they go, this weekend. And you go, really? Okay. So, a couple of things you can do there and be really nice, go to your stash and have a look around and what you can do. One of my things was before I had all this shop and had all my quilts for sale, I used to give them a bit of paper with everything written down on it as to what they need. They then go to the shop and they go, oh, you will never see them again. It's like, wow, the colours, what are they going to do, all this sort of thing. So they don't go. So if you are one of those really, really nice people and you want to make them up a nice little baby shower quilt, using that pattern, I get a 20 pack of 2.5 inch strips, and I just use 16 of them, and I take it to 16 rows. So you know how we keep folding in half? Stop at the 16 rows, okay? When you stop at the 16 rows, that gives you a nice little baby quilt, okay? The other 4 strips that you put aside, that's your binding. We're done. All right, so you've been a really nice person and you've made a nice quilt and you've used a little bit of your stash if you had to. All right, next one I'm going to show you is, what have we got? Yep, next one we're going to show you is triple rail. Now, triple rail is actually using your 2.5 inch strips, 40 prints, 20 plains. Okay, and what we're going to do, I have this on a pattern as well. All right, there's a couple of different ways of setting it out. Now, I'll show you a quilt in a minute, but I'll show you, because I don't have one made, that's another thing I've got to do at 3 in the morning. I've got to make one of these. So what we're going to do is take the 2.5 inch strips, I'm going to put 2 together, 2 different colours out of the set, okay? Then I'm going to take the solid colour and just put it down the side, okay? So we're just going to put it down the side of those 2. Okay, so we've got 3 2.5 inch strips together, 1/4 inch seam, 6.5 inches across. I'm then going to cut them into blocks. Okay, and then, that one. Okay, and then what you can do is if you want to make it so it's got a zigzag pattern, you can sort of see it here where it goes zigzag, right? It's just how you lay them out. So you can have it so that it'll zigzag down through, all right? Or you can lay them out here. Oh, no Velcro on these ones, and this is a different sort of a backing. But if we can lay them out like this, no, they're not going to stay for me today. Oh, here's one with Velcro. All right. Okay, we're going to lay them out so you get that crisscrossy sort of a pattern. And the fan's going up here too, so that doesn't help. Okay, so we get that sort of a pattern. That's the one that's on the front. That's the one, yeah. Okay, so you can lay them out that way. The other thing is which I'll show you the quilt. If I didn't put the solid colour on the side and I put it through the middle, what happens then is you get a completely different looking quilt that I have. Where did I throw them? Yep, here they are. I'm going to, yeah, I told you I'm working in a small confined space. You'll get this one. So I've actually put the solid in the middle of the two strips. Then I just put one block that way, one block that way, and just moved it around there. That gives a different look. If you just do 2 strips, okay, so instead of 3, we just do 2 strips, that's where you get this double twirl look. And I have double twirl little kits. This is your double twirl one. So I've just used 2, right, 2 strips, and done it that way. All right, and that gives you a nice pattern as well. One more. Yes, we're getting down to the 16 odd minutes, and I've got a few things to show you. So the next one I'm going to show you is high 5. Okay, so here's your high 5. Let me hang him up here because I actually don't have to hang on to the pin anything on the board. So high 5 makes a great kit. All right, so this is this one here. It's got, I've used the I Spy fabric. So my I Spy fabric, you're getting 20 different prints in the packs. All right, this has got the marble fabric. You can do it with plain solid fabric or whatever. Okay, and I've got that one on a pattern as well. And with the high 5, you're going to take the 5-inch strip. Okay, and we're going to put this, and this is a really quick one, so you can't blink while I'm doing this one, okay, peoples? This one, we're going to take the 5-inch strip, like this. I'm going to put a 1.5-inch strip either side. Right, selvage to selvage, we're just sewing the 1/4-inch seam straight down through, and I'm going to cut it into a block. And then as you lay it out, one block will go this way, one will go that way. One will go this way, one will go the other way. And that's how you get this quilt. Now this makes up a huge one, 62 by 74, just from this one kit. Okay? And a lot of people say, oh, I just want to make it for the kids, for the baby. Make 2. You've got 2, or use 1/2 for the front and 1/2 for the back. Okay, and they've got to match up the different I Spy things on there. So that's the workshop. Subscribe down below. Patterns online. Don't forget, online I do have free postage still. So any orders over $50 are free postage. You can actually link in with me through Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, or through YouTube and chat to me. You can also phone me. Phone numbers on the Facebook and everything. And I'm going to be doing some other videos. Now, the beauty of these ones is they're always going to be on YouTube for you. So you can go on, you can stop me, start me, pause me, rewind me, or delete me. Okay, can't do it in real life, but you can do it on YouTube. So I hope you've enjoyed it. This is our 1 o'clock one. I've got another one at 2. And I'll be doing that. If you are around tomorrow, I'll be doing these again. There will be a few different quilts in the ones tomorrow. Some the same, some a bit different because I haven't had time to fit everything into these today. But I do have quite a few others. Oh, thanks, Jeanette. Thanks so much, sweetie. And just go on and you can watch them all the time. Share them with your groups, share them with your friends, use them as a little tutorial. I have a lot of other ones. Wednesday nights at 8:30, I do a regular one now called Treasure Hunt Wednesdays. So I actually hide things throughout the website that you can get at a really reduced price. The other ones I'm going to be doing is stitch-alongs, where I'll be sitting and sewing, and you can sew along with me and chat. Okay, so thanks so much for joining me. Don't forget all the subscribing and all the liking and everything. Stalk me, that's okay. I'm okay with that. And you can actually watch these from here. The fabrics online, most of my things are up there. If you can't find something I'm demonstrating, it's probably because I've just haven't got around to putting it up, or I've forgotten that one. Just let me know it's not on there, and I'll get onto it. And happy sewing, and I'll see you all at 2 if you come back. I hope so. Thanks, guys. Have a good afternoon. See you at 2.